Alright, so you want to learn Bisaya. Well, Cebuano, Sinugboanon. Um, what I really want to do with this blog is try to make it more grammar centered, but this is my first video, so as an intro I'll do some basic, introduction kind of things that you would say in Sinugboanon, which is a name for Cebuano, which is a language or a dialect of the Visayan language group. Well, basics would be Kumusta ka? That means how are you? I'll put it on the screen. Kumusta ka? Means how are you? This word basically comes from Spanish a long time ago when they say, it's not corruption, not in the bad sense, but a corruption of the Spanish como estas, and Visayans and Filipinos in general have tended to put those two words together, and they have one new word, which is kumusta right now. Kumusta. Sometimes you even hear it as musta. And then ka, of course, is the shortened form, or the particle form I like to call it, of ikaw. And that's how you get kumusta ka. Now there's also variations of this. I hear it a lot. Usually, since the Philippines is mostly a Christian nation, a lot of the guys usually say, brad to one another. It comes from brother in English, but it's shortened. Filipinos tend to shorten a lot of things. So, with that knowledge, now we can add to that and say, "Kumusta naman, brad?" or "Kumusta naman, brad?" There's different intonations. The first one I had sounded more, concerned, like he had a problem. The second one is more, hey, how are you doing? So, I'll repeat that again. Kumusta naman, brad? Kumusta naman, brad? Kumusta naman, brad? Alright. Now, there's another variation of this. It's exactly the same as the first one, except you're just going to add bay to the end of that sentence, and bay means friend. So in effect you're saying, how are you, friend? Or how's it doing, how's it hanging? So you would say, kumusta ka bay? Or kumusta ka bay? Kumusta ka bay? And that's it. Now, to answer these questions, or you might hear some of these answers, or probably not, maybe, I'm not sure, depends on who you're talking to. The simplest one I could think of, a nonchalant response to how are you would be okay ra. Okay ra means it's okay, doing okay, just okay. Now you could also hear, maayo means good. So kumusta ka? Maayo. Good. I mean, honestly, I haven't really heard these, but these are just basic responses I'm giving you right now because I'm trying to just gloss over this. I'm pretty sure you could find other good tutorials on YouTube that go more in depth into these introductions. Now, the opposite of maayo would be di maayo. Well, that's a contraction. I'm going to try to speak a little more proper. No contractions or slang. Excuse me. So, but I'll give you the slang part of it too. So the opposite of maayo would be dili maayo, and as in a lot of words in Visayan, if you encounter a word that has an L surrounded by two vowels, you just drop the L, and that's how you make a word slang, or you slang the word, or colloquialize. For example, de comes from dili. You just take the L out and it becomes one long de. Or you could even have a sulod, which means to enter, to go inside, and you could get sud from it. Or here's a good example. It's a it's, I don't know, a super example, I guess, of besides contracting the words. First of all, we get the word pangalan, which is name. Now you could shorten that and say ngalan, just take out the pa, and you could even shorten that more using the Visayan rule of contraction, not really contraction, but shortening words, and you could get ngan. So we get pangalan, to ngalan to ngan. Now those are just extreme examples. But anyway, let me backtrack a bit, get off this tangent, and our answers were okay ra, maayo, and dili maayo. So those are, some really basic answers you could get or give to kumusta ka, you know. And then if you want to inquire more, you could, be like ngano. Ngano means why. That was meant more for the dili maayo answer. I'm not going to go any more into that. Now, second part of the introduction is introducing yourself. So, what you would say is your name, and then ko. Ko is the shortened form or particle form. Remember, I like to call that.